We're going to be doing a Q&A with Niall Logue, who is currently in America playing for Memphis FC. So let's invite him now. Hello.
How's it going, kid?
So do you want to tell everyone about yourself before we get started?
What do you want to know?
So how
Uh,
has Rehab been?
it's going well. It's going well. Started back on the grass this week again, kicking the ball and doing running and stuff. So no, it's going the way we planned anyway. Thank God. Like so, hopefully have another big week this week, like and then just kind of keep pushing in to try and get back playing soon as.
So how's it affected your career so far? Your injury?
Um, Not massively no. Like obviously it's never nice. Getting injured, and stuff. But it's just one of those things. It's a part of the game. Do you know what I mean and stuff. And luckily, it was just kind of 4 to 6 week injury. And even though I got a
Uh,
bit of surgery and stuff and all, it was something that kind of had to be done. There was obviously different routes you can go down of either going no surgery or surgery and stuff. But it's been a quick turnaround and stuff, and I'm happy with it. The leg's feeling good, the knee's feeling good, and just something that I just kind of have to keep progressing with.
obviously the club would have played. Obviously you being at the club, did they pay for your surgery for your injury?
Oh, I mean, the club's always going to take care of you, you know what I mean, and stuff, and they take care of the players and things like that. So all that stuff always falls under the club and things, and they look after us well. Like,
How's it been in America? Are you enjoying America?
no, I love it out here. Obviously, the missus is from here too, and stuff, and I came to college out here and things. So, no, I've always loved this side of the world and stuff, and I love also playing professionally out here and kind of have my life out here and stuff So, no, I love every minute of it. Definitely.
So what would be your dream for the future?
What will be what? Sorry.
Your dream for the future?
Um. Oh, jeez, I don't know. I think probably playing as long as I can, as at the highest level I can. And I think it's every player's dream to play at the highest level, whichever country you're in. Obviously being back home, I played in the League of Ireland, which is the highest level. I'm proud of that. And then being out here playing the USL Championship, it's a massive level. It's probably on par, if some cases maybe a little bit higher than the League of Ireland as well. And obviously there is the MLS here, which is the highest level. So for me, that would be like the next step in my career would be to try and push for the MLS and if I can get on there and try and play as long as I can and see how the body holds out. But I mean, football's a fast-paced world. You know what I mean? I think everybody, no matter if you're a young lad or an older vet, that you still kind of have those dreams within yourself and achievements. And things can take a quick turn, and you can be getting big moves left, right, and centre. So just kind of taking it a season at a time, honestly, mate, and just kind of seeing how it goes. But definitely, my next dream at the moment is to try and reach the MLS, whether that's in the next year, the next couple of years, but definitely something I want to tick off the box.
So what tier are you in with Memphis?
So Memphis, we play in the USL Championship, so that's like the second highest tier in America. So I always try and explain it like, so obviously like it would probably like on par with like kind of like League One in Ireland and England. Sorry, kind of like that level of football. I would say like obviously you have a lot of people from Ireland, England, Scotland, all over Europe and stuff, and other parts of the world that come here to play. And the league is constantly growing and it's constantly getting better and better and more competitive. Um, I would say it would probably be on par as well too with like the higher end of the League of Ireland with the likes of like the Rovers and Dundalks and obviously Derry now as well too being up there again. Um,
Aye.
but no, so on the football pyramid anyway, it's the second highest level in this country, so it's championship level below the MLS.
So do you find it tough being away from home, or do you not really mind?
I mean, I think it's always tough being away from family, you know. Uh, I've always wanted to live away from home. I think from a young age as well, I kind of always had that ambition for myself was they live away from home, and then obviously I got the opportunity to go to college, and that kind of solidified it for me then as well. That I
Uh,
do I do see myself being away from home. When I was growing up, I always knew I wanted to be a footballer, and I always knew I wanted to live away, whether that was going to be with football or without football. I think I always had that seed planted in my head that I wanted to live away from home, and thankfully I'm able to do both. You know, live away and play football for a living. You know, but it's always hard being away from family, being away from your loved ones. You know, but I wouldn't change it for the world. Like you know, and I wish it was sometimes a wee bit closer that I could like have little flying visits. You know, if you're playing in England or Scotland or something, it's a bit obviously
uh,
more accessible. So it's a quick 45-minute flight back and forth. But here it's a good 24 hours to get back to Derry sometimes. You know what I mean? But it is difficult, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? You just kind of have to take the good with the bad sometimes.
so who would you say has been the best coach you've worked under?
Oh, jeez, put me in the spot there, lad. Uh, I mean, I think I had many good coaches, like you know, and many different types of styles of coaches. But I feel like probably for me right now in my career, I'd say probably the manager I'm under right now, Ben Pierman, who's also our head coach here at Memphis. He's a young manager. He's only in his I think our gaffer's only 37. Like, do you know what I mean? So he's only 10 years older than me. Like, you know, and I think he relates to the team on a different level. Um, than like previous coaches I had. Obviously, when I was at Derry, I was under Kenny, who's obviously older, and then when I was at Harps, I was under Ollie and Higgsy, obviously who are older as well too, and different types of style. You know, Harps more that hard kind of football and old school kind of coaching style and stuff. You know, hard nosed, which I don't mind either. Like I kind of like that style of coaching, that style of football. But we're here. Our gaffer Ben, he's kind of a little bit more relatable to the team. Obviously, he's younger. He has to kind of separate himself sometimes because he can also kind of get wound under that a little bit. But for me, I think he's been the best manager I've had. I think I've developed a lot under him. He's helped me a lot. He's kind of put his arm around your shoulder when he needs it, or he gives you a kick up a backside when you need it as well too. You know what I mean? So he's a good balance. He's a good coach on the grass, but he's a good like man manager off it. And I think
Uh,
for me personally, I like a lot of managers who know how to find a balance between the two. You know, because I feel like sometimes you'll have a manager who's good at like taking sessions and good on the grass and stuff, but sometimes he's maybe not good at the old man management stuff and being able to deal with you as a person, and sometimes that
uh,
can that can affect you more, you know. But no, I think our gaffer here, Ben, he does a really good job of both, and I feel really really good under him. Like,
and is he the first? Is this like his first club he's managed, or has he managed other teams?
so this is his second year as like a head coach. He's been obviously he was on like a college system and things like that. Out here, he was at a big college, Michigan State, and then he was a head coach of a team. They're called Detroit City. At the time when he was a head coach, they were like a summer team. It's called the PDL out here. But they're in our league now in the USL Championship. Um, but this is his first like proper like head coaching job. So he's been in this role now in Memphis for the last 2 years, but he's been with Memphis for the last, I think this is our fourth year. So I think he's been with Memphis since the beginning, but he was an assistant for the first two. You know.
Uh, so out like in terms of like football teams in England, Scotland, who would be your favourite football team?
So I'm a big Man United fan. Born and raised on it, like my whole family's United fans, bar I have one uncle and his son who are Leeds fans, right enough. But both sides, me, my father's side and my mother's side, they're all United fans. Like so, uh, just kind of had didn't really have a choice. I think the only other one on my mother's side, our Sean, he's a Liverpool fan. Or Sean Lafferty, like so Daniel Lafferty plays with Derry. Obviously, he's my big cousin. Like,
Uh,
I think he might be a Liverpool fan as well too. But other than that, we're all diehard United fans. Like, so I don't know if that suits you. Are you a United fan, or are you?
I mean, I did fan too, yeah.
There you go. See the same name, same team. It just makes sense, doesn't it? Now,
uh, so outside of football, players do different stuff. So what would you do outside of football to relax?
um, not much honestly, mate. I think it takes up so much of my time anyway. Do you know what I mean? So when I do have downtime, it's more I just want to kind of like lay low and stay relaxed. You know what I mean? Well,
Uh,
that's just kind of going on a walk. Like I like going on walks with my dog, with my wife and stuff, and or just kind of like just chilling out. We love watching movies, series, just chilling in front of the TV, making some nice food, just kind of staying low key. Do you know what I mean?
uh,
Um, I enjoy a wee bit of golf here and there. Excuse me. But also being injured, I can't really play that much right now and stuff. And also like the clubs are they're on the wardrobe there picking up a bit of dust. But other than that, just laying low, man. You know, walking the dog, watching TV, nothing too crazy. Like
so what would be your favorite TV show then?
I haven't really been watching a lot of TV shows recently. I've been more on the kind of like just flicking through and just watching random movies. But I have a wee soft spot for kind of like the like kind of like fantasy or sci-fi kind of stuff, you know, kind of like fiction kind of based things, you know.
Uh,
Um, so all stuff like that, I'll just kind of flick through Netflix and stuff and kind of see what tickles my fancy. But I enjoy all that kind of sci-fi, all that kind of space and fantasy and all that kind of stuff. Like it draws my attention for sure. Like more than the true stuff. You know, my wife's more into the like the true stories and like the real life kind of stuff where I enjoy the other stuff. So sometimes we're in separate rooms watching our own shows. You know what I mean? Or I'll be on the
uh,
phone watching mine and she'll be on the TV watching hers.
so what would you say is the best boot you've ever had?
Best football boots?
Uh,
Um, Probably the ones I'm wearing right now. I kind of went back there. So this season I was wearing a lot of Under Armour boots because I have like a wee connection through the agent to get Under Armour gear. But I've kind of moved back now to the Copas, the like the newer Copas, like not the ones that are on right now, like the Sense, the ones before those that a lot of players would wear, like the Copas like 19.1s or the Copa 20.1s.
uh,
I have the silver ones. I just got a pair there recently as well too, black and green ones, older colorway. So no, the Copas fit me well. They suit me foot well. I feel comfortable. Obviously, they're soft and they're light as well too. And I think they look good on a centre back, you know. And I don't know how I feel about wearing black boots again. I'm more of I like kind of brighter colours on my feet for whatever. I know as a centre back, it's probably not normal. We're supposed to wear like jet black out boots and stuff, but I enjoy a wee bit of like yellow or orange or kind of like more brighter colours, reds and stuff on my feet. But we'll give these black ones a go anyway and see how they do. Like,
so do you find it quite hard to get boots sourced out there out in America?
no, not really. No. Obviously, just kind of like anywhere you can get your boots. A lot of lads will have like contracts with brands and stuff, Adidas, Nike, Puma, or whatever. Our league is sponsored by Puma, so and our club is sponsored by Puma as well too. So we have like Puma contacts. Um,
Uh,
Pumas don't really sit in my feet really well. So I kind of like stick the kind of what's going to kind of help my feet and be more comfortable when I'm playing and training, you know. But for
Uh,
the most part, no, it's not too hard to source boots. Obviously nowadays you see all the Instagram pages and stuff, and there's a lot of those going around that football players get boots sourced on. So that's always an option, or you can just do the whole like Pro Direct, Nike, Adidas sites and stuff and all, and just kind of flick through those until you see kind of what tickles your fancy.
uh, so, who would be the best player you've played against?
Against, um, uh, let me see about that. Trying to think. I'm trying to think of back home and here. Um, I would probably have to say I, I forget his first name, but so Gonzalo Higuain that plays here in the MLS, that
Uh,
played for Madrid and Juventus and stuff. Has Brawler played in the MLS as well too? Has older brother and is a serious player. Like we number 10, crafty, good on the ball, like just serious takers. When he was at the Columbus Crew, when I was training with Emmons and training with the first team and stuff, uh, just playing against him in training sessions and stuff, like the man would just do things that's out of this world. Like so, you could never really get close to him. Do you know what I mean? So I think probably for me, especially at a younger age as well too, I was still probably only I think 19, 20 at the time and stuff, and I
uh,
wasn't really in like us as I wasn't a professional footballer back then, and being in that environment with all those top pros and him being probably at the top of his game at the time and things like that, really kind of let me step back and take a look. Like this is the level I need to get to. Like, do you know what I mean? But I would say, uh, Higuain, not Gonzalo, but his brawler. I would say he's probably the best player I played against. That.
so, this this is going to be the last question. It's what's the best stadium you've ever played at or been to?
Um, probably. I'll probably say Sporting Kansas City that play here in the MLS. I think it's called Children's Mercies Park, something like that. You have to look it up. But Sporting Kansas City, I play here in the MLS. Played in their stadium a few times, and it's just it's shocking. It's so good. Like it's a carpet. Like the surface is unbelievable. Not if you have a bad touch in that game, it's your own fault. Do you know what I mean? There's no bumps, there's
Uh,
nothing. It's like a snooker table. And then obviously it's a lovely stadium as well too, like really state of the art. It's kind of like in on top of you a little bit as well too. It's not very like wide. It kind of comes up and then comes in. So like it's so when there's fans there as well too, like they're very close to the pitch. But almost describe it like kind of like a Chelsea or something where the fans are very right on the touchline and things like
uh,
that. Almost like that and stuff like so. I would say that stadium for sure. Like that was a beautiful stadium.
do you like them type of pitches, or would you or like the fans be back a bit?
No, I like it. Hey, no, it's good. I think, especially too when you go to obviously like an away game and stuff and all, like the fans are close to you, so they're giving you a wee bit more grief and stick on the sidelines and things
Uh,
like that. You know what I mean? And you can kind of banter back and forth. If you go grab the ball for a throw in there or whatever, they're chirping in your ear a wee bit, and I enjoy that as well too. Like it's always nice, especially if you're winning and they're on the salty side. You know what I mean?
uh,
And they're giving you a wee bit of an earful. So no, it's nice. Like it humbles you sometimes, So no, I enjoy when the fans are close by. I think it brings the atmosphere a bit more to the game and stuff. Like,
uh, Niall, thank you very much for joining, and I wish you the best of luck for the remainder of the season.
thank you, pal. No, I appreciate it and time. Hey, it's good chatting to you, and sure, hopefully you keep doing well and stuff. Know yourself with the wee page and things like.
Thank you.
No worries, man. Chatting about.
Right, bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Yes, guys, thank you very much. Niall Logue for joining, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And hit the thumbs up button because it really helps. It really helps the YouTube algorithm. That's me, Niall Logue, over and out.